I'm Forella. Nah. You could be Rihanna, I could be your umbrella. Oh no love, oh no no better. We can have a ball all day, Cinderella. Devil on my phone, heard I was a soul seller. Oh, he told me we would be forever. No such thing as forever. I remember when you told me we would be forever. No such thing as forever. This drink, I'm not thinking. I've been tweaking on you and the fact that you keep leaving. I know you don't love me. You've been hiding me my dreams. Maybe I should slow down. Maybe I should turn down the drinks. Maybe I should turn down the drugs. Maybe I should think a little more. Maybe I should slow down.
Banger, banger, banger. What's up, baby? 30 Second Sports. Back in this bitty. Come on, man. What a week of football. What an amazing time to be alive. Because the Patriots are winning games. And we're winning the Super Bowl. Come on. Let me get my notes pulled up. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? iPad. Don't allow. All right. Everybody knows how we start. Who done it? Who done it this week? If you don't get named, your team is trash. Rams, Eagles, Patriots, Panthers, Browns, Bears, Chiefs, Colts, Broncos, Packers, Cowboys, Niners all picked up the W this week. I don't have production team, which is why we're at the desktop today. He is doing his thing, so let's put my own W on my face. Oh my gosh, is that even a W? Wait. Oh. Camera's reversed, Hunter. That is awful. Okay. Now, what are we going to do? Chug a Celsius. Ah! I got it on my leg. All right. They got a doubleheader on Monday. Today. Texans, Seahawks are at 4 my time Pacific. And then I think an hour or two later, it's Buccaneers, Lions. Now, let's get to our first thing to do, which is the loser of the week is the entire AFC West because the Chiefs lost their first, 3 out of 4 games? They were 1-3? They've won 3 in a row. And the Chargers and Broncos can't capitalize on anything. Anything. So, the entire AFC West, the 1 year the Chiefs are bad, Chiefs are still winning the division. Loser of the week. Easiest loser of the week I've ever picked. Now, the winner of the week. Guys, it's Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, you could put out mulch and sacks of potatoes as your starting left guard and your starting quarterback. And Kyle Shanahan is still going to win the football game. The Falcons looked amazing last week. Like, amazing. And Kyle Shanahan still beats the brakes off them. 10 points allowed. Are you kidding me? Shout out Robert Saleh. Winner of the week, Kyle Shanahan. GOAT. Freaking GOAT. All right, game 1. Let me reset this because this got messed up. Okay, there we go. We're across the pond over yonder, in the great land of Britain or London or it was a beatdown. It was an absolute beatdown. Let's make sure it's muted so the NFL doesn't ban me. Okay. It was an absolute beatdown. It was Devontae Adams' season because no Puka Nacua. So roll it. This was the entire game. Is goal line fade to Devontae Adams dot. I don't even know who's guarding him. Is it Travis Hunter? No, it's 5. Is that Cisco? I don't know. It's 2. I don't care. It looks like De'Ami Brown out there getting mossed. Absolute touchdown. Devontae Adams is flexing on your poverty franchise. Next clip. Another one. We're on the goal line. We'll give it to Kyron because Hunter has him in fantasy. No. Goal line fade to Devontae Adams. And, oops. Frick. Nope. No. Go back, Hunter. He does it so fast it's hard to catch. Dot! One-hander! Look at that. It's a blur on the screen. Jaguars were in shambles. Jaguars went for on 4th down like 80 times. Cam Little misses one field goal, and all of a sudden we're just going for it every time. Jaguars got mollywopped. It would have been a little closer if they would have kicked their field goals like 16-35 instead of 7-35. But Devontae owns their poverty franchise. Puka Nacua is absolutely a god. However, Devontae Adams showing that like any dog on the Rams is going to look like the second coming of our Lord and Savior because of how well they just get the football to their best player. Back to me. Let's read the stats. So Rams cover because they beat them by 7,000. Jaguars, under smashes. Obviously, Rams money line. Matthew Stafford, 182 yards and 5 touchdowns. Everyone else do the heavy lifting. Honestly, why this happened is because the Jaguars kept turning the ball over on the 50, so they didn't have to go very far to throw dots. Kyron didn't even run it like that. He had 54 rushing yards, and Blake Corum had 37. Trevor Lawrence, 296 in a tud. Travis Hunter, though, breakout game. Finally touched paint. 8 catches, 101 yards in a tug. And nobody on defense is worth mentioning. So, W game, though. If you're a Rams fan, Rams beat the piss out of them. Game number 2. So, I started the Eagles defense in fantasy this week because I knew Carson Wentz could not live up to the hype. He played better than I thought, but this was all the validation I needed in my life. Jalix Hunt, normal pass rusher, picks off, goes yard. Give me the 6. The NFL still has it listed as Andrew Mukuba. He did get a pick, but this is not Mukuba. He absolutely yards it on him. Now, Carson Wentz is in shambles. Throwing a pick 6 to a D-end is never the move. So to make things worse, it was Jalen Hurts' best game of his career passing the football. Because I'm playing him in fantasy football, let's be so for real. That's the only reason why he did good. Looking like the Super Bowl. Devontae Smith, deep post. Jalen Hurts, clean pocket. Launches, moonball. Devontae Smith, wide the freak open. Get off me. Is he wearing... Are those Grinch cleats? Those are fire. Dropped off the pink cleats because he dropped everything last week. But Devontae Smith is absolute god. And of course, I'm playing Devontae Smith in fantasy too. So if you want to know who to start or who to bench, just look who's playing against me, and then you're good. Just act accordingly. It's also his new career, Devontae Smith career-long reception, 79 yards. Shout out, Devontae. Stats for this game. Eagles cover spread. They won by 6. Over smashed. Jalen Hurts, 326 yards and 3 touchdowns. Not so much a check down merchant now, is he? Carson Wentz, 313 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Thank you for the free fantasy points, you bum. Jordan Mason, 57 yards on tug. Saquon Barkley, 18 rushes for 44 yards. Is the line bad? I know they're missing one of them. Is Landon Dickerson out? I know Lane Johnson's in. Somebody's out on their line. Mailata, I don't know. It doesn't matter. They suck. But I think somebody's out on their line. Devontae Smith, 9 catches, 183 yards, and a tud. Are you kidding me? Jordan Addison, 9 catches, 120 yards, because I have Justin Jefferson poverty franchise decisions. Game 3. Game of the week. Game of the freaking week. Drake May, MVP. Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. Why, you ask? Plays like this. Roll the clip. Drake May sits back. Oh, who am I going to go to? Booty Licks open because I can throw dots. Come on. Too easy. The Titans stood no chance. Hey, Titans got some life. They fired their coach. They came out swinging a little bit. It was over from here, bro. It was over from here. Kayshawn Booty Lick. Oh, my goodness. Look at that handsome man. Wait, let's pause. Pause. Oh, gosh. Get out of here. What am I doing? So, dot to booty. Looks like the best moonball to ever exist. Right now, I don't think anyone's throwing the deep ball better than Drake May right now. Next clip. Cam Ward. He's down 11. They still have a little bit of life. What does Cam Ward do? Drops back. Chase on, class on, Jazz on, whatever his name is. Scoop and score. Easiest scoop and score of your career. Flag was on the Titans. Didn't matter. Chasson, Classon, Dabon, Son, Nab is him. Cam Ward is in shambles. Flag didn't matter. Next clip. Last play. Defense wins championship, fellas. We got Drake May and Marcus freaking Jones. Okay? Wait. Let me redo that. That was stupid. Can my keyboard not be stupid? Intercepted by Marcus Jones. Marcus Jones is probably the best utility player in football. Travis Hunter, you haven't earned that right yet. Marcus Jones has been playing three ways long before you were ever playing three ways, buddy. Pause. So, that is fire. Patriots cover spread. Thank you for my parlay. Thank you, sir. Total over smashes. Drake May, 222 yards and 2 tuds, 60 yards rushing. He owns this poverty franchise. He did that last year, too. I think he had 90 yards rushing against them when we came back. Did we win that game? I don't know. But Drake May had a dot in that game on 4th down. Cam Moore, 255, a touchdown and a pick. Not awful, but not great. Your franchise is poverty. Chimere Dike, 40 yards and a tug. Stephon Diggs, 7 catches for 69 yards. Diggs with 69 yards is the most fitting thing of the week. Can I get a yes in chat? Marte Mapu, 8 tackles because he's a god. And Kalavon Chasen had the scoop and score. My glorious king. Also, shout out Josh Dobbs. Came in the game for 3 plays, converted a big 3rd down. And then, did we score on that drive? I think we kicked a field goal. But then Drake May, our glorious king, came back in the game. Next game. Let's roll back. This game, Panthers, Jets, snooze fest of the week. Snooze fest because it was 13-3. The Panthers win the game. Only highlight, only touchdown is Bryce Young, who left the game because of injury, throws dot to Xavier Legette, or XL as we call him in the streets. Dot. I don't know Bryce Young's extent of his injury. Andy Dalton finished the game. He walked out the field. My guess is he's all right, but Bryce Young, only bright spot on this poverty franchise of the Panthers. I hope he's all right. Actually, Rico Dowdle and Ted are awesome too, but you get my jive. Panthers cover spread, under smash. Bryce Young, 138 yards and a touchdown, did leave the game early. Justin Fields, 6 for 12, 46 yards. Justin Fields got benched in this game. Did that surprise anybody? No. But Tyrod Taylor coming in, slinging the rock, 126 yards and 2 interceptions. He said, if I'm playing, I'm playing. One was on a moon ball that shouldn't have happened. Xavier Legette, 9 catches, 92 yards and a touchdown. That should have been my glorious king, Teteroa McMillan. I am in shambles because of this. Shout out Jamian Sherwood, 10 tackles, a sack, and 2 TFLs. Doing everything he can for the Jets defense, and it still wasn't enough because the Jets are poverty. Next game, Dolphins, Browns. Supposed to be 50-mile-an-hour winds. That did not live up to the hype. But an absolute beatdown of weather seismic fiasco did live up to the glory. Can I speak? First play. Quinshawn Judkins had 3 touchdowns and like 7,000 yards rushing this week because the Dolphins' defense is Swiss cheese. Go yard, buddy. Because I'm playing against you, he went yard. Next clip. This is not the right clip. Hold please. Well, we get to search this together. Tua did throw a lot of interceptions, but I think 2. But this is not the one I wanted. Poverty selection by me. That one wasn't as consequential as what? Here we go. Tip 6. That's just a pause. Don't bet on BetMGM. It's a scam. FanDuel is the move. Okay. Not a sponsor. Okay, here we go. Lock in. Everything was going wrong for the Dolphins, and this was the play that broke the camel's back. You come out of halftime, you're down 11. Why don't we just get some motion going, get this game tight again? Tua, because he's a poverty quarterback, throws flat route to Achane, tip 6. I don't even know who this is, goes yard. This game's over before he even started in the second half. Campbell hits a hilarious celebration on you. So, poverty franchise and poverty coach. Mike McDaniel is getting fired. We've poured one out for him too many times. I'm not doing it again. If it happens this week, maybe. If it doesn't, oh well. Back to me. Tua, 100 yards flat. 0 touchdowns, 3 INTs. Quinn Ewers makes an appearance, 53 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Devon Achane, 82 yards rushing. Quinshawn, 25 carries, 84 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dillon Gabriel, 116 yards passing, still preying on Shedeur Sanders. Tua also fumbled the ball 3 times, got it back twice. Quinn Ewers fumbled twice and got it back once. Poverty quarterback situation in Miami. They're going to fire McDaniel and then keep Tua, and then Tua's going to get the next guy fired. Like, they're just so bad. All right. Next game. Saints, Bears. You heard? Bears are on a 3-game win streak after this game. Bears are cooking. And defense wins championships. Caleb Williams honestly played like hot doo-doo poopy water. But here is why they win the game. Spencer Rattler went from peaking to right back to where we thought he was, which is throwing interceptions. He threw 3 interceptions this game. Next clip. Defense wins championships. This is it right here. So, 1st and 10, instant sack. Rattler does not know what he's doing. However, on 3rd and 20, they get in their Duffy a little bit. Shout out Kellen Moore. Taysom Hill, utility tool of the century, throws lateral to Alvin Kamara, goes yard. They end up calling this back because it is a forward pass. Let's look. He throws it from 32-ish, catches it at 32 and a quarter. So, technically, forward pass. It doesn't matter what the trajectory of the ball looks like. It matters from where you throw it and where it's caught. And it was caught a little bit forward. So, play to save the Saints' season did not occur. Back to me. Saints lose 14-26. Bears cover spread under. Smashes! Spencer Rattler, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Okay? Caleb Williams, 172-0, and an interception because it was running back central. DeAndre Swift, 124 yards and a tug. Kyle Monagisi, 81 yards and a tug. Chris Olave, 598 and 2 touchdowns. Oh my goodness, he is back. Spencer Rattler also fumbled the ball. So 4 turnovers for Spencer Rattler. You're never going to win a football game doing that. So now, next game. Chiefs, Raiders. This game was 31-0. There are no highlights to show. However, if the one thing I will show you is Rashee Rice was back. 2 touchdowns in this game. So, if you're playing against him like me, you were in piss. But if you had him because you stashed him and you're so happy, shout out Rashee Rice. Those 3 seconds are the only 3 seconds we're ever going to show from this game. This game needs to be deleted from memory and history books because it was an absolute beatdown. They were kneeling the ball before the 2-minute warning. That's how bad this was. Okay? Before the 2-minute warning. I've never seen some wizard shit like that in my life. Before the 2-minute warning. Kneeling the ball. You can't even run the clock out like that. Pete Carroll just took belt to ass. Stats from the game, who cares? Chiefs obviously cover spread. Under smashes because the Raiders didn't put up any points. Geno had 67 total yards. 67, by the way. Kenny Pickett came in the game and had 8 yards. Patrick Mahomes, 286 and 3 touchdowns. He actually looks nice. He's not the MVP. I don't know why he's the favorite. He's playing nice, but their team's 4-3. It should be Daniel Jones or Drake May because legacy. No one really popped off in the offensive department. It was like 18 players from the Chiefs caught a pass. It was just hot potato central. Now, potential game of the week. Colts, Chargers. Chargers uniforms look like piss. Colts. Jonathan Taylor, probably offensive player of the year. Why, you ask? He has 3 touchdown games on the year already, and his celebration is next level. It might be my favorite celebration. I don't know who started this, but that little hop step is just, it does something for me, okay? So, now, Colts start to pull away. As Colts are pulling away, Justin Herbert tries to make it interesting before half, make it a little closer. Nick Cross has the best card in Madden, 82 overall with 88 speed, intercepts. Give him a new card, Madden, with like 70,000 speed because that's fire. I don't know what Herbert was looking at here. He was mad at Quentin Johnston. I don't know how you're mad. You threw the ball right to Nick Cross. So my hope is he's just mad at himself. And then the next clip, Jonathan Taylor, who might be my favorite. Oh my gosh. Production team's not even here, bro. This is AI. Oh, there's another one. I do not. Hey, you. I do not deliver pizza. You're not even here, production team. How are you getting this into my stream? Okay, keyboard is RIP. I don't deliver pizza, okay? This is AI. This doesn't even look like me. That one kind of looks like me, but this one does not. I don't work for Little Caesars, okay? Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns. Last one. Games within 14. Put the game away. Best celebration in the NFL. I'm rocking with it. Stats from the game. Colts cover. Also over smashes. Daniel Jones, 302 touchdowns. Justin Herbert had 420 yards. 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Never going to win the football game like that. JT, 94 yards rushing and 3 tugs. Alec Pierce, 5 for 100. Tyler Warren, 4 for 69 in the tug. Oronde Gadsden is the pickup of the week in fantasy. 7 catches, 164 yards, and a touchdown? What are we doing, bro? Keenan Allen, 11 for 119 in the tug. They did not run the football at all. They don't have, what's his name? Omari and Hampton, so that is why. Now, game of the week. Game of the week is picking up key pieces now. Game of the week. Giants Broncos. 19-0 to start the fourth quarter. Broncos, first play of the fourth, or first meaningful play of the game. Tip drill, caught by Tim Franklin. Wizard shit. Giants are still gonna win. Well, next play. What's better than 1 tip drill touchdown? 2 tip drill touchdowns. Dang, say that twice. Theo Johnson, yard. You probably benched him in fantasy too, you freaking fraud. So Giants are gonna run away with this. This game's over. But I didn't do it. Man, I'm in piss. I'm in piss this week. This is 2 clip malfunctions. That's more than I've ever had. Jackson Dart INT Broncos. Hold please. Okay, we're just. Why? Things are not as easy to look up as they used to be. Okay. My keyboard also doesn't have any keys on it anymore. Because production team is haunting me from afar. Alright, here we go. No free promos unless this is the NFL. What the freak is that? Okay, so Giants are up 10 now. Run the clock out mode. 3rd and 5, got to get a first down. The one thing you can't do, turn the ball over on your 30-yard line. Punt it away. Jackson Dart throws right to 40, bro. Right to him. Rookie mistake. Ends up biting him in the butt because Bo Nix later in the game, down 3 with the ball. QB option to the left. He had like 4 rushing touchdowns this game. Yard. Broncos have lead. Giants are in piss. Now, Jackson Dart, gonna be honest, legacy just scores with too much time left, honestly. Jackson Dart, 3rd and 10, goes yard. Oh, gets bailed out here. There was a pass before this that was actually kind of impressive. Gets bailed out by PI. First and goal, Jackson Dart special, QB draw. Now, score a touchdown with 40 seconds left, too much time on the clock. For Bo Dix, that's who. He goes to who? I think it's Tim Franklin or Tim Patrick or whoever they have. First play, dot. And then no one cares about the replay. Throws fade to Sutton. Doesn't get out of bounds, so they rush to spike it. Now down 2 seconds left. Field goal kick for the win. Broncos, 19-0 comeback in the fourth quarter. They scored 33 points in the fourth quarter alone. Game of the week, probably game of the year. Jackson Dart's in piss. Dable might not get fired, but they still don't have it figured out because I don't know how that happens. Over smashes, Giants still cover spread. Jackson Dart, 283, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Bo Nix, 279, 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. J.K. Dobbins, 14 for 81. Scadaboo, 60 yards rushing and 34 yards receiving, a touchdown. Wandale, 100 yards, and nobody noticeable on defense. You have to get 12 tackles for me to be like, dang, that was a good defensive performance. Now, next game, Packers, Cardinals. If you have Trey McBride in fantasy, you're doing the happy dance like me because Jacoby Brissett actually throws the football. Play the clip. 6-3. The Packers are so fraudulent. We knew the Cardinals would hang. Dot, touchdown. Cardinals go up. Now, back and forth battle. Next clip. This is what won the game right here. Packers down 3, 4th and 2. They have field goal unit out. Call timeout. Send field goal unit back off the field. Throws dot to Tucker Kraft. And then, is this Josh Jacobs that scores? Josh Jacobs puts the game away. Jacoby Brissett can't go a Hail Mary. Josh Jacobs absolutely yards these guys. I think he had like 2 touchdowns. Let's look. Josh Jacobs had 55 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Carried that poverty franchise. Jacoby Brissett, 279 and 2 touchdowns. Jordan Love, 179 and a tug. Trey McBride, 10 catches, 74 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Thank you for my fantasy points. You glorious man. Quay Walker on the Packers, 9 tackles, 1.5 sacks in a TFL. Is a sack a TFL? I think it is, so that's less impressive to me now, and I care less. I thought Micah had like 85 sacks. He's not on my screenshot, so I don't care anymore. Next game. Cowboys, Commanders. Commanders get safety to start game. Pretty lit. Who's back in the lineup for the Cowboys? CeeDee freaking Lamb! Dot! Goes yard. This was the story of the game. Commies were in piss. Commies were just absolute frauds. Jaden Daniels does get hurt in this game, and Mariota has to come in. They're down 19. I mean, that's 3 scores, so maybe scores here and brings game back. Mariota masterclass. Scramble, jersey pull, throw awful back shoulder, pick 6, Deron Bland. Deron Bland broke the record against these guys the year he did it, like 2 years ago. So it was only fitting that Deron Bland got the pick 6 to put the game away. He owns your poverty franchise, commies. Sorry, not sorry. Cowboys cover spread, over smash. Jaden Daniels, 156 in a tug before getting hurt. Marcus Mariota, 63 yards. Dak Prescott, 264 and 3 tugs. Javonte, 116 in a tug. Jaden Daniels did get one in rushing. CeeDee Lamb, 5 catches, 110 yards, and a tug. Kenneth Murray, 9 tackles, a sack, and 2 tackles for loss. Shout out Kenneth Murray. Now, prime time, last game of the slate on Sunday. Kyle Shanahan is awesome. Bijan did make it close. This was the battle of the running backs, okay? Falcons, Niners. Falcons down 10. Throw swing pass to Bijan. Just Bijan in space is GG's for any opponent. Next clip. Down 3. This was defensive battle. And Christian McCaffrey puts the game on ice. Catches dot. And then next play or a couple plays later. Now, Christian gets stuffed here, but offensive lineman, shout out, pulls him in. This is technically a flag. The pulling motion, you can push, but you can't pull. Why? I don't know. CMC's hype on the newly acclaimed National Running Backs Day, okay? Spread, Niners cover, under smashes. CMC, 200 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns. Bijan had 92 all-purpose yards and a tug. and Christian McCaffrey was the leading receiver. Wow. Jesse Bates and J.D. Bertrand, 10 tackles. Oh. Whew. Tatum Bethune wearing Fred Warner's old jersey number or something. Niners fans, fill me in. I didn't really understand what was going on. Had no sacks, but played like a dog. 10 tackles in a TFL. That was the week. The Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. That's number one takeaway. And the Chiefs are probably going to win their division, which makes me poverty. But standings-wise, Colts are 1 seed, we're 2 seed. If that doesn't get you hyped, I don't know what does. Before we outro, we got to get a juice roll going, okay?
This bitch bout to OD. Passed out on my couch, someone take her out. Medics in and out, telling her breathe in and out. Neighbors nosy than a bitch, asking me what this about. Shorty took too many drugs, trying to overdose for clout. They want my soul, they can get it for the right price. Her pussy water swimming in it like a great white. If a nigga slipping, we gon' catch him at the red light. He tried to make a left, but we left that nigga dead right. I do perks, she do Zans at the same time. We make out, make love, and we waste time. She consider drugs when she looks all in my eye. Yeah, okay. Hey, lean just came through. Put me up, put a perk up in that bitch and throw it up. If you got a gang sign, then throw it up. Surf on that bitch like I hang time. Throw it up. I was with a new wave. It's just us at the top, we the new slaves. Changing stuff, boy, my chopper like a gun show. Tools are us, boy, my chopper like a gun show. Tools are us. Double cups with the ice.
Best artist of all time. Thanks for tuning in for the stream. Hey, Instagram. I'm about to drop the stream for this weekend. A first IRL stream of 30-second sports history. Breaking all records. I promise you. Love.